Hello, everyone. My name is Nekwe Obasoge, broadcasting from Toronto, Canada, and we are here today to discuss about Edo State politics. Okay, Mr. Daniel. Hello, Mr. Daniel is with
Um,
us here in the
okay.
studio all the way from Benin City. Hello, Mr. Daniel.
Hello, everybody.
Okay, yeah. Thank you, Mr. Daniel, for joining us all the way from Benin City.
Yeah.
And today we're going to be discussing about this Edo State election, upcoming election, and specifically this new um, crisis between Governor Obaseki and Captain Hosa Okunbo. Okay, and the situation is getting messier and messier every day in Edo State. What is going on?
Well, it is rather very sad that we are seeing such development of a businessman who is so respected in Benin mingling with politics.
Oh,
When Adasoshemonkle came into town on
mm,
that fateful day, I got a call that he was at Obasimi, something, GRA, where which is a resident of Captain Osa,
but
invariably telling us
I
that
wish.
yes, rebels that he was being consulted to support the APC. The following day, we received this letter. In fact, when I read that letter, I was shocked with all these allegation and accusation he made against Governor Obaseki. Until Godwin Obaseki now replied, we now
Mm.
saw the balance. One
Yes,
thing,
I'm gonna. Yes,
hello,
Mr. Daniel. Mr.
yeah,
Daniel, let me quickly read the article of the accusation. This one is very, very abhorrent. We don't know what is going on because this is just an article. That is what I keep saying on this show. That in most cases we read from articles written by bloggers. We don't know who wrote these articles, and moreover, we don't see the faces of the people, the maybe people in question. Right now, this article was written by someone, not Captain Musa himself talking. We never, there's no video or anything connecting him with this article. Okay, so even the reply from Governor Obaseki, it was written. We don't know who wrote the articles. I don't think we should take this report too seriously or personal. I keep saying that because
well,
there are many
well
fallacies.
hel-
Fallacies on social media these days is just
hello,
overwhelming.
hello.
Mm,
It is almost 3, 4 days
mm,
that article has been on air. Captain Osa has a media secretary or a press secretary. You
mm.
understand? If it differs from what is being speculated, he would have directed his media or press secretary
Mm.
to, go on air to say it's not coming from him. We have not
Yeah,
had much. Alone, we have not had.
but we, but
So
we received a
it is,
report.
yes, it is taken that it was definitely from his office because whatever is done was signed, was, towards the end when you now write your name, even though someone may have assisted you in writing, but when your name is impenned on it, it shows that it's coming from you. By and
Yes, because
large,
yes, they said the
mm,
newspaper that
uh,
featured the article was authenticated by Captain Hunsa himself. That is what the article is saying. Okay, me, I didn't read the newspaper. I've never seen any
uh,
newspaper with such article. I'm just reporting what I saw on social media. So if
mm,
you are watching right now, do not take this news too personal, too seriously, because we are reading from articles on social media. Okay, that is the thing I
uh,
have to clarify everybody about
no,
this show. Yeah,
hello.
Yeah.
this article has been on, and it has been an article which the APC Izeyamu's supporters have been
Mm,
blowing bit by bit to report for their support, just to dent the image and character of the governor Obaseki. When I saw it,
mm,
I was waiting for you on air. Maybe we'll just discuss it. But unfortunately, while we were contemplating of it, a reply also came from Obaseki's desk. Obaseki, immediately after that reply, he constituted his campaign council. If something of that nature is not coming from his office, he would have immediately sent his press secretary to refute it. But it
to,
shows that uh, what is going on is rather very unfortunate, but
mm,
it is all political. Just as you see political strategy trying to dent the image of one candidate or the other. I think this is one of them. And it also had to show us, my respect for Captain Hosa as a businessman still lies.
mm.
If I'm advising him, I would tell him to stay away from politics because he's a businessman so respected, and I will not want them to rubbish him in politics because politics in Nigeria is a bit dirty. So
Video. I'll call you on WhatsApp. Let me play this
okay,
video for the audience. This video is very, very important, guys. I'm going to play the video right now for you guys. So this video I'm going to play documented Captain Hosa's reply to Governor Obaseki. This is a very serious case. Very, very serious. Honestly, I don't know what is going on in those states.
Captain Dr. Hosa Okunbo, JP. Press statement. An open letter to President Muhammadu Buhari and the good people of Edo State. Please urge Governor Godwin Obaseki to leave me alone. I have for some time now experienced an unprecedented dose of orchestrated bashings and campaign of calumny calculated to malign my person and cast aspersions on my hard-earned reputation. This spate of coordinated attacks, with the attendant mode of vicious execution, can best be described as the unconscionable actions by attack dogs and hirelings of desperate Edo State government on the watch of Governor Godwin Obaseki. After a deep evaluation of these seamless attacks and poisonous bitterness against my person, I have come to the conclusion that, as a good-hearted Edo son, I do not deserve the embarrassing treatment. My pedigree will never, ever allow me to deliberately concoct any wrong against my state and its governor, Mr. Godwin Obaseki, who today, by the grace of God, enjoys the mandate of the good people of Edo State to preside over their affairs. I am, however, shocked, bewildered and pained to observe that despite my very sincere, robust and stated commitment to support the anticipated pace of infrastructure development, progress and other social investment initiatives through the deployment of my modest goodwill and network of capital, for which I am eternally grateful to God, alas, the response has been to paint my person with a tar brush of public odium that verges on mischief. I have, regardless of this very unpleasant experience, remained a lover and promoter of peace, and will continue to be at peace with myself and most members of the society, but which, by the governor's actions and inactions, it has become impossible. My contributions to peace, progress and visible development of the economy of the state, pursuant to our collective aspirations and shared commitments, remain a fait accompli. These contributions are self-sacrificing, without necessarily expecting any iota of reciprocal gesture or patronage from the government of Edo State. I therefore find it sickening and incomprehensible to understand or accept any justification for the series of sustained virulent attacks against my person in the social and print media by some agents of Edo State government. My long and trusted acquaintances of very many years will attest to my unrepentant fidelity to principles and facts, They know that I will not, through distortion of facts, destroy the integrity of such values to gain undue relevance, unnecessary attention and sympathy. To be sure, I state the fact of matters as they are to the best of my ability, good conscience and the fear of God. It is therefore in this context that I set out to address contending issues in this statement. Pursuant to my personal convictions and without any fear of contradictions, I have solidly supported the administration of Governor Godwin Obaseki without employing rhetoric but verifiable evidence of actuality in the last 3 years of his administration. These very modest contributions of solidarity include, but not limited to: 1. In 2016, on assumption of office, I met with Governor Godwin Obaseki to discuss several ways of driving foreign investment and ultimately making Edo State an investment hub. Pursuant to this objective, I immediately sponsored the governor and his team of officials on an investment pathfinder's trip to China. This was done pursuant to my firm conviction in private sector-led participation as being the key to economic and industrial development. Donated 5 houses worth 50 million naira to support his housing project located in Benin City towards helping our Edo brothers and sisters in the diaspora, all in a sustained campaign to share his vision. Because I believed in the development template which he sold to me, and this I wholeheartedly accepted. 3. My advocacy to the political class and other critical Edo stakeholders on the need to embrace the virtue of patience with Governor Obaseki as he settled down for governance and infrastructure development remains legendary. This I did with a lot of passion without the least expectation for reward in any form. I was filled with ecstasy that Edo State had a new sheriff in town, an illustrious son with a private sector background who had stepped in the saddle to pilot our dear state in the direction of development and prosperity. I never knew all these were illusory. 4. Only very recently I joined some well-meaning sons and daughters of Edo State to donate generously to the governor's COVID-19 Relief Fund campaign. How more supportive could I have been? It is instructive to mention that when the governor requested my daughter to work with his administration, I obliged him, even though the little allowance, which was only sustained for 5 months and stopped, had to be subsidized from my office and none thereafter. In a bid to reinforce my support for the governor, I purchased a brand new Toyota Hilux van to enable her discharge her responsibilities effectively on the project she was assigned. From then on, she has neither earned from Edo State government nor does she owe the state 1 kobo, to the best of my knowledge. My dear people of Edo State, a fundamental question yearning for answer is, what wrong did I commit for identifying with Governor Obaseki and galvanizing support for his administration? In the course of time, I heard he started having issues with former governor, Comrade Adams Aliu Oshomole, and I was quite worried and vehemently pleaded with him to settle whatever the issues were and embrace the path of peace in the interests of the good people of Edo State. As a stakeholder in the state, I advised on the need to allow wisdom drive his decision-making processes. I emphasized the critical position of leadership he occupies. I further espoused the virtues of patience and sacrifice in public service, as I considered these as sine qua non to achieve one's vision. Following a series of complaints of abandonment by his friends and associates from the political class who knew my relationship with the governor, I recommended to the governor to bifurcate between politics and governance. I recommended the need to appoint a trusted and experienced politician to bridge the gap and manage his relationship with the political wing of his administration, so as to avoid distraction as he faces the onerous task of steering the business of moving the state towards economic and developmental prosperity. He, however, rejected my proposal and insisted politicians were rogues and would not patronize them or see them in government house. Governor Obaseki told me without mincing words. He emphasized he would not be moved an inch about the responses or feelings on this particular issue, reiterating he did not need their support either. He told me clearly that he was not interested in pursuing any second-term agenda. At a time, I spent almost 3 hours of my precious time in the governor's house, explaining to him the need to build synergy between him and Comrade Adams Oshomole, the then APC national chairman in the best interests of the development of our state. He was blunt that he was not interested in any peace talk and that he was embarking on a fight to the finish with Comrade Oshomole. Again, to prove that he meant every word of his threat, he sent a mutual friend to me that night when I got home with a warning that I should steer clear from the ensuing fight between him and Comrade Oshomole, else he would inflict severe collateral damage on me. In fact, I was stunned by this message, yet I put a call to him the next morning to confirm the veracity or otherwise of this message delivered to me by our mutual friend. He confirmed it. It is, however, interesting as an aside to mention that the Deputy Governor Philip Shuaibu, who I've always known as Comrade Adams Oshomole's political son, did not, on his part, help matters. While efforts were on by various personalities for reconciliation, he announced that Comrade Oshomole should be arrested by the police. Following a series of very disturbing, ugly and unacceptable developments, I decided to hands off the matter. Indeed, I felt I had done all I could possibly to engender a peaceful atmosphere for governance and development of our state. To God, my Father in heaven, I'm speaking the truth and will have no reason whatsoever to do otherwise. I am blessed beyond measure and expectations to His glory. My pedigrees remain an integral influence on my conduct and character. I have always believed in the virtues of hard work, common service delivery powered by exceptional personal integrity. These are the values I remain totally and irrevocably committed to. My passion for lifting the quality of lives of our people and developing our environment remains an existential imperative for me. I am also totally committed to supporting our traditional and rich cultural heritage, which is the pride of the average Edo man. For my age, I am stoutly and irrevocably committed to certain intrinsic values that include but not limited to honesty, integrity, peace, progress, and support for humanity. Faith in God gives meaning and purpose to human life. It is also incontrovertible that power belongs to only God Almighty, and no one will share His glory with Him. Now, to hazard a guess as to why I became a target of unconscionable attacks by agents, some of whom have claimed to be working for Edo State government, it is true that overtures were made to me by well-meaning Nigerians from within and outside Edo State to run for the office of governor in 2020. I made them realize that there are several ways one can be of service to his people, not necessarily by holding public office, and that I am satisfied with the business trajectories that I had charted for myself right from the outset and wasn't interested in the office of the governor. I believe on getting this hint, the governor decided to bare his full fangs, seeking to tear me apart. He did not want me to run for the position, yet he never sat with me at any point in time to solicit for my support and vote for his second-term bid.
Okay. Someone did the audio of the publication, reading everything. I never read any article because we are here in Canada. I didn't receive any article from Nigeria. However, we are basing our conclusion on what we saw on social media, WhatsApp, and internet. Okay, so
likewise here, I have not read any article in the newspaper regarding the issue.
yes,
The only one we also saw was the social media, and one would have expected that if it's not coming from him, his press secretary or personal assistant would have replied it.
Okay. Let's just assume that these articles are coming from them. Okay, so I'm going to read the accusation because they accuse him. I read it before, but there was a kind of a distraction. Let me read it again. Okay. So they accused Captain Onsa of these allegations. I'm going to read it. Ahead of the 2020 Edo State governorship election, the chairman of Ocean Marine Solution Limited, Captain Hosa Okunbo, has commissioned courts in the state to commence attacks on innocent people across Edo State to create an atmosphere of fear in the state. Special advisor to Edo State Governor on Media and Communication Strategy, Crosso Osage said the Edo State government has received security reports about the outcome of a meeting between Captain Hosa Okunbo and some cultists in Benin City, held on Sunday night. Okay, Sunday night, they didn't specify the dates. Okay, when you say Sunday night, you have to be specific. So I'm just reading from the article I saw on my WhatsApp. Okay, he explained that one of the conclusions reached during the meeting is that the cultists should commence violent attacks on innocent people across the state to create tension and a sense of insecurity in Edo State. Okay, Osage maintained that the state government has communicated its positions to the relevant security agencies in the states to thwart Okunbo's devilish plot. He notes He noted that Okunbo is notorious for sponsoring violent attacks against people who he, has threatened to his business interests. Okay, business interests. I'm not sure of this. Record that the managing director of the Nigerian Port Authority, Hadiza Usman Bala, in the December 2019 told Nigerians of such attack on her by a Hublos sponsored by Okunbo at the premises of the National Assembly. So I will stop there. So that is the accusation right now. They accuse him of organizing cultists to attack innocent civilians in the states. This article and allegation, person like me, I won't believe this. I won't believe.
Well,
For what reason? What reason?
Yes.
On what reason?
Hello.
Politically motivated or what?
Yes, we can see that it is politically motivated in the speech, in the article. But however, be it as it may, the state government, the state security agencies in Edo, since yesterday have been showing and demonstrating to the people of their readiness to deal with violent men trying to obstruct the election by showing what we call show of force, parading major streets in Benin City with their arms and ammunition. The first place of call was with the governor. They went to the government house, and since yesterday they have been parading some streets in Benin, telling them they are ready, and they call it a show of force. So it may
Really?
all not be far-fetched from the rumors that may be going on that some certain individuals are sponsoring cultists. Let's not mention name. There was a video which was also sent yesterday where a political candidate was meeting with some those who call miscreant, asking for their vote and support, although they were also assuring him of their vote and support to defend their vote for him. So when you look at the caliber of such people, you wonder if they are ready for free and fair election. But however, the police has also come out with a show of force with their equipment that they are ready to counter any violence on the election. Just this week, we received a report, a prophet from Lagos, Ayodele, prophesizing that anyone who tried to ring a election, a strange heinous will kill him. So these all politics. So let's just pray for
God
that
have mercy. Nigerian pastors, they're even the worst in Nigeria.
election
I don't want to even go there. Let's not just go to the
come
Nigerian pastor.
with will die of coronavirus.
Let me
But
let me read the reply from Governor Obaseki. I'm going to read only one paragraph because I can't read everything, just so much. me just quickly read what Governor Obaseki said about this. So again, I will keep
Mm.
reminding everyone, we saw these articles on social media, they are not reliable, not until we see Governor Obaseki saying it himself. Let's just assume that it's part of a social media propaganda, because I don't want to guarantee everybody that what we are reading from this article are 100% accurate. We don't know, because there are many fallacies going on social media these days, especially because of this election, those state election. So I'm going to read from this article. Governor Godwin Obaseki replies Captain Hosa Okunbo. Okay. He said, my dear brother and friend Hosa, it is my prayer and expectation that this letter meets you in excellent health. My attention has just been drawn to a 3-page advertory, okay, sponsored and signed by you in some Nigerian newspaper on Monday, July 20th, 2020, titled An Open Letter to President Muhammadu Buhari and the good people of Edo State. Please urge Governor Obaseki to leave me alone. In your lengthy and convoluted missive, you accuse me of being the mastermind of all your recent misfortunes, which range from the sublime to the ridiculous. I sincerely empathize, hereby state without equivocation that I am innocent of all you have accused me of. Those who have worked with me can attest to the fact that I do not have the propensities to inflict evil or pains, especially of the scale you allege on any man or woman. I couldn't have been shopping for businesses abroad while at the same time destroying the ones owned by Edo sons and daughters like you. My background and record bear witness to the fact that all my working career have been devoted to creating, supporting, and sustaining businesses and investments. Even beyond my personal policies, I am under oath as governor to guarantee the security and safety of persons and property and ensuring the greatest level of happiness to the greatest number of Edo citizens. In specific response to some of the allegations made in your publication, I wish to offer the following corrections. As chairman of the National Executive Council ad hoc Committee on Crude Oil Theft Prevention and Control, the records would indicate that the eventual report actually favored you and your company, despite the strong complaints from the competition and some clients about the what cost of services offered by your company. So I will stop there. I can't read everything. There are too much. So Governor Obaseki denied the allegation according to the article. But we didn't see Governor Obaseki saying it by himself, but it's just an
Yes,
article.
there's one aspect I would have loved you to summarize,
Okay,
where
which one?
he Obaseki did mention. Hello, are you hearing me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, where Obaseki did mention that he has no hand in thwarting his business empire using the Minister for Transport, Amechi, as who is being there to testify of it. I think that was a polite and honest statement from Obaseki himself. So you can't say it's not coming from them, because if another minister, because the letter accused Obaseki from Captain Osa that he was against his business empire, and which he said he should go ahead with and inform, ask the Minister for Transport, Rotimi Amechi. So by and large, this is all politics. Now that the politics is hitting in Edo State, what you get to see is character assassination here and there, trying to win support for themselves. But however, as small, the letter has not changed, has not virtually changed anything in Edo. Up to yesterday, people were all still decamping from PDP and from APC to PDP to support Governor Obaseki. Even in Uredo, one Anthony Alile, they said it's a mobilizer in Oedo, a whole ward in Oredo, I can't remember the word, with the executive from APC resign and join the PDP. So the letter has not shaken Obaseki a bit, I would say, and it has even the statement from Oshomole has not. The only one we can hear was that in Okpobaha local government, the special advisor resigned to support Obaseki, not the party, but he came with a lot of supporters saying that they were supporting Ize Yamu. But groups and structures are being coalesced to support Obaseki. So we just hope for these are expected, you know, in politics and campaign of this nature, you see people trying to make friends enemies for their own
Okay,
benefit.
I just saw the I just saw the part of the article that you just mentioned. Okay,
Mm.
let me quickly read it. It said, bluntly forced and without a foundation. The Honorable Minister of Transportation, Honorable Rotimi Amishi, is alive to date to bear witness to the intensive effort I made on your behalf to resolve your problems with the Nigerian Ports Authority, NPA. Okay, I think you were mentioning that, right?
Mm. Yeah.
So like he
So
was there to defend Captain Hunsa.
yes, yes, that the minister is a witness of that issue. By and large, this is a period where a lot of friends are turned to become enemies. At the end of the day, they will tell you, loser or no loser, we are opposition, but we are permanent friends and blah and all whatnot. But however, it is very sad. My advice to the to our businessman Mogu is he should stay away from politics so that they cannot rubbish his name. He has been a good man. He should maintain the goodness and philanthropic gesture he has done. He continue to do. Support whichever government that will come in and remove his hands from politics. It is too dirty for him. Uh, that is my own advice for. It is all politics, as you know.
It's politics, and moreover, I keep saying it since the beginning of this show that do not take what we are discussing here too seriously or personal, because the articles are all found on social media. There are a lot of fallacies on social media these days with regards to the politics in Edo State. So do not take it too personal. I'm not supporting anyone. We are just reading what we saw on, because if you see the video I played before Mr. Daniel came in, Captain Onsa's face was not in the video. Okay, the person who was doing the audio, they didn't display his identity. Okay, so we have to be careful the way we take all this news too personal. Do not take it too personal
Mm.
until we see Governor Obaseki himself in front of the camera discussing about this issue, and Captain Husa himself. Okay, whatever people are writing on social media, we should not take it too seriously. I'm just reporting it because many people have sent me this news. Many. I supposed to report it since 2 days ago. I did it because I was trying to verify the authenticity of the news. So still, we haven't verified it 100%. So do not take it too seriously. I'm not supporting anyone. Captain Hunsa is an illustrious son of Edo State. I'm so proud of him. The last time I went to Nigeria, I went to his hotel. I still have the video. I even documented his hotel. I will send you guys the video. Where do I have? I think I have it on top of my computer here. So I went to his hotel. They even introduced me to him. He has one of the best hotels in Abuja. Okay. So I'm not supporting anyone. I'm just reporting what we saw on social media. Governor Obaseki, Captain Unsa, probably or definitely, I would say definitely, they will settle. For not a few days' time, you see that they'll come together and settle. They will settle this case,
Yeah,
honestly.
so we
Yeah,
are expecting them to
yeah,
settle their differences as soon as possible. But
they will.
it will not come to an end of this nature because we are in the political era, and in politics is trying to do themselves gain support through friends, turning friends to be enemies, as I say.
Yes.
And yes, that is it. And we'll continue to have such until the politics and campaigning is over.
For me, I believe that there's somebody behind this crisis. Somebody must have started this violence, because of election. Maybe they are supporting Governor Obaseki. They can instigate any violence, writing any article to discredit Captain Hosa. So I don't think Captain Hosa himself came out and supporting people to attack. I don't think so. I won't believe that article that Captain Hosa
This
will
nature,
work with.
those are not coming out at this time to refute that statement. It shows there's element of truth. But however, we do not expect.
But
Uh,
we should not take everything we saw on social media seriously,
yeah,
because these
that
articles,
is,
yeah, yeah. Let's just
mm,
assume that it's just a social media propaganda.
mm,
Let's leave it like that, okay? We should not take it too personal. That's all, Mr. Daniel. We have to end this show like this, guys.
okay.
Before we leave, I will advise everyone, like what I just said before. Please do not take this too seriously. Let's see what is going to happen until we see Captain Husa and Governor Obaseki appearing in front of the camera to discuss about this issue. We should not take it too personal. Okay, we should not fight ourselves because of this news. Captain Husa is a, I don't know how to describe him. He's a well-respected businessman. I'm so proud of him. Okay, whenever I visit Abuja, the last time I was in Abuja, I visited his hotel 3 times. 3 times. The first one, they said they were even waiting for me. Okay, they were waiting for me in the hotel. They introduced me to him. I even documented his hotel, beautiful hotel. You should be, everybody at those states and those citizens should be proud of him. Okay, he has one of the best hotels in Abuja, if not the best hotel in Abuja. Okay, so that is the thing. Governor Obaseki as well. I'm a big supporter of Governor Obaseki because of his legacy. I don't know him as a person. I've never met him before. I just like his legacy in Edo State because I visited Edo State when Adam Soshomole was the governor of the state. So when I visited during the first term of Governor Obaseki, I was impressed with the changes in the state. That is why I started supporting his legacy. I'm not supporting him, but his policies in Edo State. That's what I'm supporting. Okay. So we want him to come back again for second term to finish what he has started. Okay. I don't know Governor Obaseki. I keep maintaining these comments. I don't know him. I've never spoken with him. I don't have any relationship with him, but I just like his legacy in those states. Any governor that will come tomorrow to develop the state, I will support him or her. I'm ready to support. Okay, as far as the person is not bringing the type of the past legacy in those states. Hello, Mr. Danny.
Yes, in
Yeah,
fact, that was how
yeah, yeah.
Adams Oshule got into the view of the people because of his legacy in the first tenure of development. And that was why he won massively in second term. I think Obaseki is also getting that momentum because he's doing well right now, except for the agreement he had with the man who brought him in the person of Adas Oshomole. But however, people still love him and they want to see him back, just as we have said. The force is still on. He's still getting more of the number than the APC.
Yeah. So that is the thing. Let's see what is going to happen. For me, I'm very confident that Governor Obaseki and Captain Musa are going to settle themselves. You know, big men, they know how, the businessmen, they know how to settle themselves whenever there's conflict. Okay, let's just see what is going to happen. 100%, I'm sure that they're going to settle this crisis as soon as possible.
Let him, yes, let him concentrate and support whichever government. Just like our traditional ruler, the Oba of Benin, keep emphasizing, it's not for A, it's not for B. He prays for them, and whoever comes to support. That is
Yes.
how another statesman who does not want to soil his name in politics behaves. And one would have expected just as you said, we are still believing that this is not what he said. But however, it has been on the social media for days now. We have not heard from his press secretary disputing those statements. So we take it as fact, but however, we plead with him to remain illustrious, another statement he is, and concentrate on his business. And don't let politicians rubbish him.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So that's all. Mr. Daniel, we have to leave this show like this. I think we are
Okay.
done. If you want to watch everything, you should, after we end this show, then you can go back and watch it from the beginning. I'm speaking to the viewers. You can watch it from the beginning again and see the discussion, because I saw that many people just joined. So you can go back and watch it from the beginning. I played a video, a comment from Captain Hunsa, okay, that was documented on some newspaper in Nigeria. That's what they said. We are not sure. I'm not in Nigeria. I didn't read any newspaper. Okay. There are some comments here. Oh my God, there are some comments. I'm not supporting anyone. You guys should understand. Okay, let me not just waste my time talking too much. I have the right to report news, so I'm not supporting anyone. I'm just reporting what we saw, and I also maintain right from the beginning of this show that we should not take this so seriously. As far as there's no video or article written by Governor Obaseki or Captain Unsa. We didn't see them writing the articles, so therefore we should not take it too seriously. We are just reporting what we saw on social media. Okay, so Mr. Daniel, let's end this show, and maybe we'll come back again later or tomorrow.
Okay.
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 So thank you. Let me take you off the screen. Thank you, Mr. Daniel. Okay, I need to read these comments here. There are many comments here. Okay. He must come back to finish his project. Okay. Bruno goes. Okay. How many Edo indigenes have Captain Musa power? As how? Okay. It's a good evening, my sister. Please, there is audio message going on right now that APC people are calling Edo people to vote for Ize. I need your WhatsApp number. Okay. Captain Musa is sponsoring Ize and mobilizing talks in Blessed. Okay. Okay. We are not sure of this article. Okay. Then stop the waters. I don't understand this. You okay? Support your. Please don't misquote me. I'm not supporting Captain Musa, neither supporting Governor Obaseki in this show right now. I'm not supporting any one of them. I'm just reporting what we saw on social media. Okay. Guys, I have to leave. Maybe I'll come back again. Otherwise, it will be tomorrow. All right, tomorrow. I think tomorrow. We'll come back tomorrow. And if you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please consider subscribing. All right. Thank you all for leaving comments here. I appreciate you. And I will see you guys tomorrow.